Are you serious? All right, I'm on the golf cart. I hope you can hear me. Take a ride with me. I'm headed over right now this morning to have coffee with good brother in the Lord, Brian. And I'm out on this morning. I'm thinking White House. Oh, by the way, he is going to the White House today. It is a significant meeting because he is going to be the mayor of New York City. But at the same time, and Trump is, a big enough man that he's willing to talk to anybody, and he's not playing politics as far as hating on everybody. I mean, Trump wants to make America great again, but what do you think is really behind? Hang on a second. What in the world's going on here? Okay. That's some serious construction. All right, so I'm on the golf cart. Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me all right? You just wonder what this thing is all about. So take a ride with me. Let's think about it. You think about it. We'll talk about it. And I just wonder what's going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen with this Ukraine situation. It really looks like Vladimir Zelensky has hit the wall. The money's going to run out. He's not going to defeat by Putin. Not going to push the Russians back. How much longer is this meat grinder going to go on? How many more people have got to die? I just think both sides need to call it quits and let's cut our losses and let's end this thing. But there seems to be this military industrial complex. The military, now who's on the road now? Oh my Lord. Hang on a second. Dear Lord. What's going on? Somebody's sprinklers. And they're putting a roof on there. Hello, ma'am. Everybody's up in that. Hey, it's supposed to be a quiet morning. But everything is falling apart out there. The military industrial complex. I'm writing a book right now. It's coming out. We're about half done with it right now. It's called Trump versus the Beast. You can get your pre-order for it right now. And what I mean by that, the world needs a hero, but Jesus is the answer. Hang on a second. Wow. The military-industrial complex. My book is called Trump versus the Beast. My co-author is Troy Anderson. It's available right now at Amazon. Matter of fact, they just got the cover done. So if you haven't seen it, go to Amazon.com. Go to Amazon.com. I'd like for you to see the cover of the book, Trump versus the Beast. And you'll see Trump is staring down a beast. It's a pretty catchy cover, that's for sure. The book is going to be amazing, but if you guys got time, go to Amazon.com. Just look at the cover. If you want to pre-order the book, that would be great. I tell you, but look at the cover. I need your guys' opinion on it. But I'm writing about, in the book, I'm talking about the 10 kings of Revelation. The 10 kings of Revelation. And one of those kings, I believe, is the military-industrial complex. Someone will be the leader of the war machines. There will be a person, I'm not sure who it's going to be, but this person's going to be made a king 1 hour with the beast. And, President Dwight D. Eisenhower warned us about the military-industrial complex. He told us to watch out for it. And okay, we got a red light here. So we were warned to watch out for it, the military-industrial complex, and it's just unbelievable to me how the wars and rumors of wars. This is what Jesus said would happen, and even though Trump is trying to be a man of peace, and no matter who's in this position as president of the United States, one of your biggest problems is dealing with wars and the threat of world wars and the threat of nuclear war. And it's very concerning to me that here we are in the year 2025, entering into the next year, and we're still dealing with this military-industrial complex. I just can't deal with it. What a beautiful day in the villages this morning. It's about 76 degrees. The sun is up. I should have worn my sunglasses. The sunshine is hurting my eye a little bit, but I just get tired of wearing them. Sometimes I just want to get out and see, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. It's gonna be a bright, shiny day. When you get Jesus in your heart, everything looks better. It really does. But I just want you guys to take a ride with me about this. The 10 kings of Revelation. Who are the 10 kings that the beast makes kings? 10 people that the king, 1 hour, they're made kings 1 hour with the beast, the Antichrist, the leader of the new world order. And you start to ask yourself, well, who are these? And most people think of it this way. They think, well, it's got to be, they start looking at 10 different presidents or kings or prime ministers and try to start figuring out who these 10 kings will be that report directly to the beast and are, I can't go this way. And who are they? But I don't believe it's any president, king, or prime minister. I believe it's the leaders of 10 major industries. And then the leaders of each industry. The military industrial complex has got to be one. Big bank. The leader of the big bank, our central banking, one world currency, big bank. One of these big leaders of the financial industry, the beast kingdom, the buy or sell, has got to be big bank. It's got to be one of the big bank is the leader, and it's going to be made a king. Big media that controls everything. Somebody's going to be in charge of it all. That's got to be a king. Big pharma. What? Big pharma. Somebody who's ahead of that entire industry, controlling the world. It's got to be one of the beasts. And well, anyway, and we got a lot of secret societies out here. But Club of Rome, that's a good suggestion. Okay, hang on. Where am I? Oh, okay, I gotta go this way. Yeah, I mean, look, Bilderberg Group, Skull and Bones, World Economic Forum, the Club of Rome, the Freemasons. Then you throw in these other guys, the Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations. I mean, let me find a shady spot over here. What? There's one. There's one. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. I'm getting ready to have coffee with a really good brother in the Lord. But so just take a ride with me when you start thinking about this. So my book called Trump versus the Beast. Trump really is not, Trump's not the Messiah, but what he represents in this period of time and in this prophetic moment we're in, God put him there and has used him to support Israel, to declare Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, to move the U.S. embassy, to defend Israel, to blow up the Iranian nuclear capabilities for a while, to try to stop 7 wars, and he's trying to end an 8th war with Russia and Ukraine. Trump's being used by God in this very difficult time we're in, but he's not the Messiah, okay? But in the book, I'm going to take a look at this, the battle against the beast he's been in. Russia hoax, the assassination attempts on his life, getting shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. If he isn't important for the will of God, then why is people taking shots at him? Why did they do lawfare? Why did they Leetta James try to destroy him and his family economically? Why did they arrest him in Atlanta? Why did they raid his house at Mar-a-Lago? Why did they impeach him twice? And we still don't know why. Why has he been hated on by the media? Why do the late night comics, they have nothing else they can talk about but Trump? Why do 60 million people have Trump derangement syndrome? So he is a significant factor, and God's using him. So what I'm going to do is look at from Trump's announcement on the riding down of the escalator to his first term and the torment he went through, to the second term, or the 4 years in between, and now this term, and how he represents evangelical Christians, conservatives, patriots, veterans, people who love America, but not just that. But he represents standing in the middle, standing up against the demons of darkness. And even though he's not perfect, and neither was King Cyrus, when Jeremiah said to King Cyrus, when Daniel said to King Cyrus, look, the prophet Jeremiah said that after 70 years, you got to let my people go. You got to let them go back to Israel. You got to release them from the captivity of Babylon. And King Cyrus, he did. He wasn't a believer in the God of Israel. He was a pagan worshiper. He was the king of Persia. He was the king of Babylon. But God had him let them go. And Trump by far is not King Cyrus. He's much more important in these end times than even King Cyrus was in his day. And Trump's a believer in Christ. So he has a role. He's taking on the beast. So take a ride with me. Think about this and pray for him. And when he sits down now with Mandami in the White House, it's not what you see that matters. It's not the optics of this meeting that matters. It's what you don't see. what Trump says to him in private when he stares him down and tells him of the wickedness of radical Islam and the evil of communism. And he'll tell him that. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're running out of time. Guys, tomorrow we're going to be doing that. Heidi and I are teaching for 3 hours on AI and the beast. And I mean, this is comprehensive. The capabilities. We talked about it a lot last night on the show with Mike Around the World, but we really just scratched the surface of what you're going to learn tomorrow. So get your ticket. Go to my website. Go to publiclyprophecy.com. Get your ticket. And don't miss tomorrow's teaching. And if you can't be there in person at 12 noon at my website, get the ticket so that you can watch the on-demand and watch the teaching of it. It's going to be great. God bless all of you. Now I got to go over here and get some coffee, have some fellowship. Are you serious? Did I got my key? Hang on. Okay. God bless, guys. Are you serious?